Guys, we got a couple summons to do. I will put this on YouTube if we get something crazy.
Robo.
Oh! Okay. I have no more Devilmons. I am completely 100% out of Devilmons on this account. We skilled up the Fire Robo. We stopped when we skilled up his second skill. I was like, that's enough for now. We'll eventually skill up the rest. But I just wanted to see the second skill. And then this guy sucked up all the rest. We didn't even completely finish him. We have one skill up into the first skill. We have 3 skill ups into the second skill. I would love to have this harmful effect rate and cool time turn. But you guys have already seen the Fire one. You already see what he can do based on that. But this full burst, this is completely skilled up. Extra damage, extra harmful effect rate, extra cooltime turn. This is actually a decent skill ups on here. All the skill ups are pretty relevant. He is a damage dealer. Like, his third skill does damage. And then the harmful effect rate, like, that's, you need both of those. You need all 3 of these skill ups. These are definitely going to make a difference. So, full burst, we already know what the first 2, well, actually, do we know what the first 2 do? Let's take a look at the first 2. Attack power buff. Only one turn, though. Only one turn. And then the Blade Crush AoE strips beneficial effects. Small chance, but it's multi-hit. It's AoE multi-hit. And then full burst attacks 8 times. 8 times. Starting from the enemy with the worst HP condition and inflicts continuous damage for 2 turns with a 50% chance each. Just 50% chance. Well, it goes up after you skill them up as well. Damage increases by 10% for each harmful effect on the enemy. So we're looking at this, we're like, okay, who else does damage that increases per harmful effects? We got Brandia, we got Crow, we got Shaolin, we have Naomi, oh, now I have to think about all the different ones. But we like when damage increases according to harmful effects, especially if he attacks 8 times and does harmful effects by himself. So we're gonna take him in. We're gonna take him into some PvE today. We're not gonna do PvP unless I can find some good Guild Wars. That's a funny joke. We'll take him into PvP. PvE, and we'll do a little test day on him. We'll see how he does. First things first, we're back to the year 2014. We're gonna take him into Fame and Help. We're gonna do some farming. That was a thing in 2014, 2015, maybe even 2016. We used to do monster spotlights. We used to be like, can this monster farm Famin? He's good if he can farm Famin. That was a thing. Monsters were good if they could farm Famin. It was a different game back then. Content was so easy back then too. Anyway, we're gonna take him into Fame. I just want to show his skill animations. Yeah, we don't need to see a leader skill. We just want to see what kind. Also, I did scale him up. I did finish Devilmoning him. Bagel, you said you didn't have any Devilmon. I didn't. I still didn't. We bought the Devilmons, so that's how we finished scaling him up. So anyway, yeah, let's see his that's a very cool skill animation. We didn't quite kill everything, but it is random and the damage. Well, we didn't have did we have an attack power buff or a defense break or anything? No, I don't think we did. So, not the most damage in the world. He's on attack or damage attack on violent focus actually. So, yeah, there's the skill animations. Let's take him into some stuff. So 2 dungeons definitely stand out more so than the others for this guy, and one is Necropolis because 8 hits, right? So we'll take him into Necropolis. We'll use, what do we have? We'll use these. We'll use 3 Inugamis. I don't know why I put him as the leader skill. He doesn't have a leader skill. Let's see what kind of crazy stuff he can do here with the 3, with the Trikarus. Right, we got a lot of continuous damage. This should do pretty nice against the boss. Everything's going to hit the same unit. Okay, and he's going to keep also, when he teams up, he's going to keep increasing his attack gauge. I mean, not attack power, not attack gauge. He doesn't increase his attack gauge. So, let's see. Can we get some more continuous damage on the mid-boss? Or yes. But it doesn't kill. It's not killing him. Okay. I thought this was going to be cooler than... Sometimes in theory, things are cooler than in reality. But we want to see how he does against the boss. All those combinations. We can put him on Swift. We'll bring him in with Han. Oh, that's the next video. Next video. We'll bring him in. Okay, so multi-hits. Shield is down. Okay, did decent enough damage to him there. And then lots of continuous damage. And then boss is down. That's actually not bad. Okay. Not bad. He does his skill too. He does, no, there we go. Oh, that was not bad. So, I mean, it's not as fast in the other stages, but once you get to the boss, not bad. So I'm thinking of what other PvE areas we can actually bring him into. He has an AoE strip. He has big continuous damage, multi-hits on skill 3. I mean, the most obvious thing is Necropolis. And then also Rift Beast. But what about Steel Fortress? What about Punisher's Crypt? We'll take him in with this. It's a continuous damage team, as you have probably noticed, between the Soth and the Dark... What is his name? The Dark Elven Ranger. I got 2 of these guys. I built both of them. I haven't bothered to learn their names. Stinky. That's probably what his name is. His name is probably Stinky. Okay. Can we do a lot? Is he going to be the spotlight, or are we going to just spotlight the rest of the team? Because I'm looking at this like, okay, let's do some continuous damage, right? Oh, we didn't. He stole all the continuous damage off. And now we put none on the boss. Because he just targets whoever has less HP. Which one didn't the... Well, everything had low HP, actually. Which one had lower at the beginning of this skill? Good question. He got dots on everything aside from the boss. So that's wonderful. That's wonderful. Fantastic. Okay, let's see if he gets some... Yep. Well, see, that's the issue. That's the issue, is just random, right? So, yeah, I feel like this random thing... It's gonna be... It's gonna be the same situation as, like, Xiaolin, because Xiaolin does random. And he does random. So, it's gonna be that same situation. I mean, it's not bad, but... I don't know how much was him and how much was everything else. I feel like the Dark Elven Ranger did quite a decent amount himself, and then between him and Soth. So let's take him now into the Fire Beast. I feel like he should be good here. He's got the AoE, he's got to kill all the minions, he's got the skill 3, should do a crazy... I mean, he's not going to do any continuous damage, but it should do some pretty crazy damage altogether. So let's see how much damage it does in the Fire Rift Beast. I'm very excited, because now that I think about it, I think he's kind of for 2 different places. Like, the skill 3 is nice, the skill 2 is nice. But is he for 2 different places, or is it... Well, I mean, that works, too. He just used all of his skills in 1 turn. It's nice. Right? So we already got the boss down. We got the little dancey dance. We got the AoE is very nice. I'm glad you used the AoE there. I do want to see how much damage he winds up doing when it's his turn. We missed some crits there, but that was decent. That was decent damage. That was decent damage. I mean, that was decent damage. Gets absolutely outshined by 2A Pixie. Gets absolutely outshined by literally everything is doing a crap ton of damage. Okay, so decent damage turns into gets outshined by everything. Wonderful. Wonderful. Okay, so everything else is just doing way too much damage. I need to nerf my runes. You know what I should have done? I should have nerfed the runes on everything. Well, actually, we're going to take some AoE damage now. I should have nerfed the runes on everything else beforehand. They did not do any of their AoEs. They did not do any of that. When the boss's minions were there, they didn't do any AoEs at all. Look at that. Okay, 8 million damage. I really should change, or 7.8. I really should change the runes, tweak some of these teams, because now after not this most recent update, but the one before that, or the one before one of the recent updates, they actually changed this so that the rewards actually get better based on, even if you... It was always like, as long as you get triple S, you're fine, but now it's like triple S and then better scores give you better rewards. So, if you guys didn't see that, that was a thing a couple updates ago. So, speaking of updates to the drop rates, I know I said we weren't going to do PvP, but we're going to do just a little bit of PvP. Just a little PvP test. So, we have him here. It's just a little test. We have him here. We have him on Swift now. So, we have him on Swift, speed, crit damage, attack, very, very fast on Swift. We have the Tyrant Speed Lead, then we have the Ganymede to reset. So here's the strategy. We're going to use him kind of like how we would use a Bearing in this situation. He's kind of, the more I think about it, the more he's similar to Bearing. His second skill, AoE Strip, multi-hit AoE Strip, similar to Bearing's third skill, which is an AoE Strip into a Silence. Bearing silences, he does not silence. And then Bearing's second skill is a multi-hit continuous damage. His third skill is multi-hit continuous damage. Bearing is better at the stripping, since he strips and silences. This guy is better at the continuous damage part. So he is kind of the most similar to a Bearing in his toolkit, right? So we're going to kind of use him like a Bearing. Makes sense, right? So we're going to AoE Strip, then we're going to reset with the Ganymede, we're going to reset the Savannah, we're going to AoE Freeze, and then we're going to do some continuous damage after that, and then we're going to try to keep them controlled, while also at the same time try to reset the continuous damage from, geez, I forgot how fast my units are. We could have stripped here, but I didn't have Will Runes. I know, shame on me. Okay, so we get the reset, because I knew she wasn't gonna take that. I knew she wasn't gonna. She's a wind unit. We got a water unit. We're gonna try to do a water unit there. So let's do some damage there. Let's do a. She's just got skill 1. Let's try to get a glancing. Okay. Yeah, I felt like we kind of needed that. Okay, let's do that. Get some more glancings. Let's get one of these. Let's get a reset onto. Let's get a reset. I said we were going to reset him, right? I said we were going to. Nice. Okay, we'll do this. Does she get attack age decrease? Very nice, very nice. Let's do one of these. Let's do another. Nice, very. Oh. God dear unit. Okay. Let's do some more continuous damage over here. That's a lot of continuous damage. That's a lot of continuous damage. Let's go for one of these. She's just going to dismount herself with all her continuous damage. Additional turn. There we go. Fantastic. Hey, there we go. I mean, we're using him kind of like how we would use a Bearing. So, how many times am I going to say that? Guys, guess how we're using him. Guess, I bet you can never guess how we're going to use him. Alright guys, that's it for this one. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm very excited to have gotten him. I mean, I did spend money on him, but at least I actually got something for my money, which is not very common in Summoner's War. So, spent money, but actually got something for it. Don't try this at home, kids. Don't try this at home. Results not typical. But I do still think, maybe I'm crazy, because he does do continuous damage with skill 3 as well, but I do think that his skill 3 needs to do a little bit more damage. Maybe it's my fault for putting him next to Casey, because it's hard for anything to do more damage than Casey. Casey's got some ridiculous damage. So I kind of feel like maybe he needs to do a little bit more damage, but maybe I'm just greedy, right? Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments. That's it for this one. Decent unit. We'll see. Maybe we'll continue to tinker around with him and see if we can find some more fun places to take him into. But anyway, that's it for this one. See you as always in the next one.